Yeah. Hey. Welcome to the network.
Yes, sir. What's poppin', squad? Y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome to the Dope Bar. It's your boy Blaze Hunter, Night Wonder. And we got Landon McClellan in the building. What's poppin', my G?
What up, man? Hey, we out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The internet is undefeated.
Undefeated, bro. Undefeated. Hey, look. So you know there's a whole lot of chaos going on right now with the Kamala and Trump situation. Kamala not being all black and Indian or whatever. So I be doing my best to try to not get involved with politics and comedy. But you know, when I see something funny, the internet gets you right. You ever seen the Michael Jackson black and white video? And at the end of the video, you know, they got the transformation of people. It's black, it's white, it's W to be, and so somebody made one where each face was Kamala Harris.
Oh, whoa, wow. Okay, nice. I was trying to figure out where they was going with that. Okay. Bro, no, it's undefeated because the way they fucked up with the internet is they gave it to everybody. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Because if they could have had the internet and just not gave it to every damn body, but everyone
exactly
has it now, so you know it is. But people are gonna come from the woodworks with nothing. I thought to myself the other day, you know, because it's like, think about this to yourself, everybody out there in podcast land too. Y'all ponder this for yourselves. If you go on the internet and you will find some extreme views, but you'll find people clumping together, right? Finding people that think alike, da-da-da-da-da. And if you go on the internet and you might speak your mind and get criticized by 50,000 people, but how many people do you know in real life think like internet people? You really got homies that think like internet people? You know what I'm saying? Or is it?
Exactly.
It seems like a dichotomy to me most of the time. If I go online and engage with people a lot of times, who are the real folks that talk and act like y'all? Where
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just online. So are they that way in real life too?
Exactly. And I find that a lot of them ain't, bro. A lot of them ain't that way, bro. And that's it. Remember when the metaverse first came out and it was insane to me the amount of people who would rather be with the goggles all day and live that fake life and flirt and date whatever, but won't go out and do that in real life. I knew a dude who he owned a casino in the metaverse.
Okay.
Homie had a casino. He hired employees. So there was a dude, and the only reason I knew about this guy was because the guy that he had is his front door person. He hired a dude to do security at the front door. So literally, hit the person up in the real world. Yo, got a gig. I'll pay you such and such. All you got to do is greet people when they come in. So he just put his goggles on. That's him clocking in, put his goggles on, and his character is at the front of the door. When people come, greet them to let them into the casino.
And he got paid real money to do that.
Dude paid him real money to do it.
Not to be cliche, but did he get paid real money though? Is money even real? Right? So is that technology catching up to actual culture?
And you know what? I think it was like Bitcoin or some shit. It wasn't even like cash transactions. You feel me? So it was.
You could go to work right now changing tires, and I bet you $1 your employer is going to try to direct deposit you.
Facts.
Was that ever real money to start with? You see the numbers, right? Your phone,
exactly.
Your little bank app shows you a number. And if that number ain't right, I bet there's a real guy you can call to tell you, oh no, that number's right. He's gonna assure you that customer service. It's correct. The statement's correct. But have you ever seen that physical money? As a matter of fact, once again, we're getting all off track. But you could go a step further. You got paid in cash last week before the internet was invented and cash out was invented. You got paid in dollar bills. Did you ever see the gold though?
Bro, that's crazy. And we ain't off track. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We had the dope bar. When you go to the bar and you're talking, the only issue that I got right now is because I'm not in home field right now. I'm at another spot. I ain't got my drink on me. I normally always got a good drink or something. You feel me? Because we at the dope bar. You feel me?
Right. You gotta get a libation of some kind.
I got an idea.
Hey, DoorDash it.
It's check me out. I already see he got a bunch of different things in here. Watch this.
Okay.
Here come the intro one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Check me out.
Yeah. Hey, hey. Welcome to the network.
What's poppin', squad? Y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome to the Dope Bars, your boy Place.
Hey, listen, that intro drop was hilarious. I was up here rolling. That's great. Okay, I love it.
Yes, sir. You feel
What
me?
is it?
Because I have no idea. It could be just water. You know, he got a whole thing over there. It could be candle wax. I don't know what it is, but for y'all, this right here is some of the best pristine. What the hell we gonna call this? A Moscato. Yeah. Some pristine Moscato from freaking Scotland. Y'all know that about this. You feel me?
Moscato. You ever hear of? You ever remember that video where Homeboy was in the car with the water bottle? And he's like, "That is water. It's water, Playboy. It ain't no water. This motherfucking Grey Goose, baby. The whole thing of vodka in water.
Yeah. This Grey Goose, baby."
Motherfucking Grey Goose, baby. He's on the road with it, bro, in an SUV, just whipping. I'm like, man, damn.
Yeah. So while we on the subject of drinks, you know what I'm saying? What is your drink? What's your go-to drink?
Man, I'm gonna disappoint the hell out of you, but water, because I ain't drunk in like 10 years. I don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
My pops was a motherfucker, bro, and I say it with all love, man. But he used to he was crazy. So he quit drinking when I was about 4 on some me shit. So it's really just me being him at my stage in life. But like he had me, and he was like, bro, I got a deal, bro. I gotta do something because he was I ain't gonna air his shit out.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Don't overthink that, but he was a motherfucker, you know. Anyhow, whatever. So me, I went super, super hard between the ages of like 16 and 22, probably. So I had a good, 6.
Yeah, that was a good run. That was the I don't know about 16, but that was just a good run of when you really should go crazy.
I was 16 though, bro. That's the thing. Is like I came up, and and it's a different story for a different day. But super conservative, super strict. I'm legal as I get. So as soon as I be able to, as soon as I was legal,
exactly,
I left. So at 16, I could find somebody to get me some liquor. I just couldn't drink at the house. So as soon as I left, So
exactly.
I was permanently drunk though, bro. That's what I'm saying. And so shout out to all functional drinkers. I mean,
I
don't know.
I don't know how this happened to me. I don't have a tolerance. Like my tolerance is dumb high. So I won't say I don't have a tolerance. I have the entire definition of tolerance.
Right.
You feel me? I can drink. Not even a bit of tipsy. Just drink, and then alcohol poisoning. It's like,
you got.
I don't have this. Exactly. There is no satisfaction of let me drink to get toe up. If I drink, it's because I enjoy the taste, or we all out here.
The nerves. It's a social activity.
Exactly. As far as the drunk, I need to drink so I can get drunk. It don't work. It doesn't work on me.
That was my whole beef with drinking, bro. Was the fact that like I said, between those years, it was social at certain points in times, a lot. But bro, I used to drink alone a lot. Like I'd be in my house with a bottle of Jack. Like
you was one of them.
There was no food in my fridge. It was half gallons of Jack and a thing of baking soda to keep it fresh.
Yeah. You was one. You was one of them.
It was not. I was throwing shooters. I was throwing shooters in my iced tea from McDonald's at lunchtime at my job, and drunk at the job and shit. Yeah, and it just got to the point where I just that's what I had. I don't know, call it a mental breakdown, but I was just up all night just thinking about shit. I'm like, bro, because I was doing blow at the time too, and a bunch of shit all at the same time, and just not taking care of myself. And that's what it's about, people. That's what I want to say. Everybody out there in internet land that's listening to Blaze right now, that's in the dope bar, listening to the conversation. Be functional. Take care of yourself. I'm not mad at drinking. I'm not mad at cocaine. Take care of yourself. Right.
Exactly.
That's part of taking care of yourself, is recognizing if you have shit, create what's the government call it? Contingency plans, right?
Yes.
Contingencies for yourself. So me, I'm a far happier, far more functional person when I'm not drinking. So I just made that decision for myself. And you need to do that with any given substance. So that'd be your phone, whether that be pussy, whether that be elevate yourself if it doesn't function. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
That's all it is.
And it has to be that way, bro. You feel me? Because I'll say for me, I'll say it was sex. You feel me? It was that it had to get taken under control. I got to a place to where I used to be known for throwing the dopest house parties out here in Miami, Boca, Palm Beach. Had a Facebook page called the House Party Kings. Me and my boy Manny, and so and then my tolerance high as hell too. Shit. Hey, it was another level. You feel me? But then it was like the one area I would say I wasn't, obviously because of my tolerance aside, I wasn't addicted to no drink, and I don't smoke or do drugs, even though my birth name is Blaze, and I don't smoke. So I was like, yep, birth name Blaze.
That's crazy.
Look, my mama name is Keisha. My little brother's name is Dozier. You feel me? So you best believe all my life I've heard, oh, so your mama was blazing that Dozier, huh? She was puffing on that Keisha, huh? I got that all my life. But we don't smoke. We sip. Okay. We don't smoke.
Hey, it's all right. My boy, my boy TVM Killer got a song called Drink / Smoke. And he released a pair of merchandise, a pair of jerseys, a pair of basketball jerseys.
Yeah.
A drink jersey and a smoke jersey. And so it's like a fake beef, like left tricks, right.
That's fire.
Or whatever. I got the smoke jersey for show because I don't do no drinking, bro. Bud, nerves, everything's a vibe, everything's copacetic. You know what I'm saying? But we always like fake beefing about, man, y'all drunk ass motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. He'd be like, man, y'all stoners, da da da.
Yeah. So for me, it was since I didn't have no issues in them areas, my only area was women. It was like when the goal needed to be focused on, it was either some crazy ex, so she need me to see her though. Once that started to take over, taking care of yourself, business, doing, that had to get under control. And so I feel you. I'm with you on that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know how much time and energy it takes. Because that's my thing, bro. And I'm just gonna lay it on the line, bro. Toxic pussy is fucking good pussy, bro. I don't care what nobody says. And
A1.
It's a double-edged sword, dog. It just comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the greatest drug known to man. But here's the thing. You know how much fucking time you spend on that shit? You realize the projects that you ain't completed.
Facts.
There's this whole culture, and I get it. Listen, there's plenty of testosterone, bro. I understand what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like to have an unquenchable thirst for pussy, right? I understand this. But what I'm telling you is that the culture is going to tell you you're not a man if you're not falling for it.
Exactly.
See that it's there. What did we just say? Functionality. See that it's there. Acknowledge its presence. You could throw him a sandwich once in a while. If you want. You know what I'm saying? Throw him a ham sandwich across the fence. But recognize that he's there, right? And if you're succumbing to it, it's pleasurable. Fucking pussy.
Come on.
Greatest shit ever. But you're not gonna get nothing done if that's all.
Exactly.
Exactly. What did we just say before the show came on? Weren't we just talking about how I fell in love with a girl that lived in Florida? Right? I'm in North Carolina. Blaze is in Florida, right?
I'm in Florida right now.
Not very far from the place where the girl lived at. And I used to get in the rental car, bro. I used to rent an Enterprise rental car and get in the rental car and drive 14 hours.
Sheesh.
To go lay up under this girl. Now, obviously, there were feelings involved. We were talking about just purely chasing women just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
Find you a good girl and stick with her. That's definitely a good idea. Somebody who's supportive. Somebody, but that's the gap, the distance between that and the stuff that you waste time on.
Exactly.
And I'm old, so I'm just saying all the shit from having been there and done that, bro. When I was 19, I'd have laughed at everything I was saying right now, bro. You talking about I don't want no pussy? No, it's not that we don't want pussy, bro.
Exactly.
You got to know the difference between what's functional and what's not. That's literally all.
Exactly. And then you realize it ain't the end of the world neither. It's gonna be there. You feel me? It's gonna be there.
The only thing that's constant is change, Blaze. She's not mine. It's just our time together.
Exactly.
Once you relinquish the idea that permanency, you know what I mean? Then you can love freely. Then you can say, hey, I appreciate for that. I appreciate that person for who they are. And I love them for who they aren't too.
Bro, that's where real maturity is. And then but people don't have to wait till you're away from someone or done with a relationship with somebody, because it works with any relationship. I got homeboys. I'll say that's still a considered a relationship, a homeboy relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You feel me? It works when you could, like, all right, I notice all these good traits about you, and I notice these bad traits. Now I got a decision to make. Mm-hmm. Do I still want to continue to understand that? Okay, he has these traits too. I'm gonna let that slide, long as it. You feel me? If not, you're gonna be at a place to where when he displays this trait. Oh, hell, why are you doing that? No, it's your fault now because you knew he had this trait. Don't be shocked.
You have to take ultimate responsibility. Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
The moment where, and the crazy part about it though is, and this is where it gets stressful because there's not as many people out here doing the work as there should.
Come on.
There's a lot of people that are doing the work on themselves. Right. But even if you got a homeboy in that type of situation where like he do this, I love all these things about him, but then over here, man, goddamn. Is he working on it though? And that's a point where then now you can support your homeboy. Are you opening up with him and say, bro, I see you struggling with this. Are you working on this shit? Are you doing something about this? What is happening with you? I can be your friend if you're open and you tell me, hey, I got problems with this, that, and the third, bro. But if you got shit that you not only you refuse to acknowledge, you refuse to work on. Give you a great example. Years ago, it's just the attitude of people. Like years ago, I had somebody fuck me over for like, I don't know, $800 or so.
Yeah.
On some very intentional shit, right? No lines got crossed. Nothing was crazy. They just saw an opportunity to fuck me and they did it. And so I cut them off. I didn't talk to them no more. But it wasn't about the money because the thing is they could have done that. If they were in a situation that was desperate enough for them to require them to do that, just tell me about it, bro.
Exactly.
If I'm eating, you're eating. It was the attitude thing. The fact that you did it and then never acknowledged that it happened. Even when I ask you, so why did you do this? What are you talking about?
Facts.
What am I talking about? Okay. All right.
It's about communication. Yeah. People don't know how to be open no more. And do we blame that on internet and social media, or is that that's just always been a people thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't blame that on the internet at all. I think that all the internet has done is just exposed people.
Yeah,
that's really all it is. I mean, I'm myself included. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm knows what you like. You talking about getting pussy, bro? I log into Instagram. What is my feed? Ass cheeks, ass cheeks, ass cheeks, ass cheeks, ass cheeks. My Instagram know I love ass cheeks because it's a computer. It's not making rationalizations for me. It's going, we know what you click on, ho. Here's some more. You know what I'm saying?
This part being clipped. Best believe this is gonna be some short form content right here.
Ain't nobody snitch on me if I snitch on myself, okay?
Facts.
I admit it, internet. Ass cheeks on the internet is a weakness of mine, okay? And but it falls hand in hand with the whole, because once again, you could be in a toxic relationship or be somebody you ain't supposed to fuck and it's deviant and you love it or whatever, it's toxic, whatever. You can spend physical time and effort running around town, ducking boyfriends, doing all kinds of dumb shit, right? That's a way to waste time, like we're talking about. But you never fucking think about the fact that you in the crib watching a movie.
Facts.
If you got time to do that, you got time to invest in crypto. You got time to put up a fund for yourself. You got time to make a flip, do something. I'm guilty of it. That's why I'm talking about it, because I do it. I sit in my house while I'm waiting on the turkey to cook, and I'm like, man, damn, she bad. Damn, she bad. Shut the fuck up. Don't give a fuck about whether she bad or not. What can you do?
Exactly.
We get one shot at this, Blaze. We get one shot at this, bro.
Come on, and that's what people don't like. They don't like when the fingers point. Oh, you did this. Like, I got the interview platform, the radio station, the TV network. Shout out to everything that I got going on. You feel me? Right. And the only thing that I can do for the artist, I can give you the platform. I can play you on the radio. I can expose you. I can do the interview. All of that. I can't make you do the work afterwards. You feel me? No. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my job. My job is to do what I said I'm gonna do. Shout you out, all of that. I bring you 1,000 people. If you don't engage with them 1,000 people, they don't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? Right. And they don't like when it's like, oh, well, I didn't get the experience that I thought I was gonna get. Did you engage with the people? Did you promote the promo flyer I gave you? Did you ask
quality content?
Did you ask it?
Decent?
Did you ask anyone to request your song? Did you even request your own song? Did you do it or not? Oh, yeah. That's what it turns into. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people don't like to take responsibility, but that's where we need to get to. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hey, people going, hey, look, y'all watching this right now for free, but y'all might need to throw us some bread. We educate y'all. Drop y'all some life gems right now, bro.
Yeah, man. The game's supposed to be sold, not told, bro. But
you feel me?
I feel so bad for folks. You know what I mean? And
facts.
the internet, you know, we're talking about the internet, but you can go either wider than that and say the universe, right? The universe is going to recognize your energy. I'm a firm believer, even though I'm definitely a tad agnostic, right? I don't know what the fuck's going on up in the sky, but I definitely believe that the universe understands and reciprocates or responds to your energy, whatever you put out, right? And for folks that are going through that, for folks that are, you know, established artists, up and coming artists that want to do something, so on and so forth, look inside your heart and say, you know, is my music dope and I'm just an asshole? You know what I mean? Or is my music just, you know what I mean? Because why am I not blowing up? Well, I've got the songs, but you just might not be pure of soul yet, bro. Because, you know, aside from I ain't gonna name no names, but aside from the people that swindle and rape and disrespect their way to the top, and we know there's a long list of those people in Hollywood. But is that even worth having if you did it that way, would be my first question. But secondly, for years and years, that was me. And that's why I'm able to make that statement. And I still think it is to an extent, right? Because I'm not done. We're never done working on ourselves. You should never be done growing.
Exactly.
But I had great music way before I was a likable person. I had great music long before I cared about anything that had to do with being healthy, right? And I think that in general, the world craves health, and there's so much tension, and there's so much disrespect that it's hard to find it. You know what I mean? And people are looking for it in different ways and not getting it. And it's powerful. Really, I mean, it's the truth, bro. And it's the times that we live in. What are you going to do? But the thing is, you can control your controllables, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you're an artist and you're putting out content, and your whole goal is just to be greedy and get rich, if blessing people is not your goal, if being healthy for yourself is not your goal, how can you give anything to anybody else, especially and expect them to be attracted to it, right? How can you put out a video or put out a song and anybody that knows you goes, hey, he's a fucking lie, bro. Listen to what he's saying in this song. This is not how he lives. This is not how he presents himself, comes across, you know? It's kind of like we talked a little bit before the interview about like I worked at Verizon a couple years ago. I did 2 years as a Verizon tech, and the amount of fakeness that you're required to have that position. You know what I mean? Like when you're on the phone with somebody and everything's, oh, yes, ma'am, no, everything. And in all reality, I would love to scream at you right now. You know what I mean? Just because of the way my life is going or the way this call is going or 1,000 other ways. It's just not healthy, man. Not healthy, bro.
Wow. We're gonna dive into a whole lot more. Y'all know what time it is. Bills got to be paid. We'll be right back. Y'all know what it is, man. Welcome to the Dope Bar. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Dope Bar. You feel me? We got Landon McClellan in the building. So let's dive into some music. You know what I'm saying? Let's dive into some music. What's next on the hit list?
Shout out to the Dope Bar, first of all. It's a pleasure to be here. Shout out to TC. TC versus Chance. Shout out to Dre.
Come on.
Label, my boy Dre over at Symphonic. Shout out to Pop, man. Shout out to everything that's been going on, bro. I have a lot to talk about music-wise, and it's been an absolute blessing. And it goes hand in hand with what we were talking about earlier, because, you know, it seems to make perfect sense that as time has progressed and me, along with a lot of other people that are in the same vein of thought as me, have begun working on ourselves. And the more that you open yourself up to the universe, the more opportunities start to come and find you. So when you're chasing, when you're begging, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. Well, I stopped doing that. I went through a really, really, really intense breakup with that girl from Florida that I was talking about. You know, after doing some definitely some distasteful stuff myself, you know, was definitely being unfaithful and just was not a healthy version of myself, healthier than
Yeah.
I had been, right? But still not to the point where,
Yeah.
I was able to sustain that. And, shout out to her for putting up with all the shit. But after all that stuff happened, I took a break from really self-promoting. I took a break from doing anything and decided to journey a little bit into my own ego and try to figure out like where, and I'm the son of a narcissist and, a budding narcissist myself as the years have gone by, but not aware of it until recently. So some work could get started. So the universe has started to kind of open itself up to me a little bit more. The more that I've been able to take care of folks around me and like pay less attention to myself and my wants all the time, suddenly I find myself being presented with stuff that I wouldn't have gotten normally. So one of those major advancements as far as music was concerned was I stopped constantly promoting myself as much for about a year or so, and just went strictly about to playing live music. And it really took me to a place where I felt grounded again, because you have to understand from the very beginning, I was not, from a very, very young age, live music. I was not exposed to studio. I didn't have studio. There was no studio. There was no microphones, which is the fault of the people around me. Because granted, with no shade, you see somebody that's super talented or doing something super dope and they don't have the resources that they need, go help them. That's your duty as a person with resources. When you see someone like that needs help, no one was doing that. No one says, hey, you sound really good. You should go to the studio.
Come on.
No one was saying that. It took me till I was 19, meeting one of my homeboys who was a throwback homie of mine, DJ Young Will. Shout out to Young Will.
Shout out to Young Will.
And he had a studio and was like, come record. I was like, how has no one ever told me about a studio before? Like, you have to understand.
Crazy.
Sheltered little kid from the country. I didn't know what it was like. I had no clue what it was like to be in the studio or to track vocals or any of that. So Will did that. So when I went through this breakup here about 2 years ago, went back to playing live music, very intentionally so. And I literally told myself, I said, look, here's what I'm going to do. Because honestly, with all love, once again, I was a couple steps away from being suicidal. Like, I love this girl. Like, I really did. And the shit, there was a couple of dark months where I had to figure something out. What am I going to do with my life? You know what I mean? There comes to a point where sitting in a studio and cutting a rap track about smoking weed just doesn't cut it sometimes.
Exactly.
You just got to go do what you do. So I abandoned all self-recording for a little while, and I only recorded other people, right? Ran sessions for other folks, made beats for other people, started playing live with 2 different bands. And I honestly have to say, between that collection of activities, probably saved my life, because I just was out of the house. I was just out of the house is my point. I just don't want to be in this fucking house. I'm going out and playing music. I'm going to go out and play music, whatever. And so shout out to Frank Grant and The Feeling is one of my main bands that I play with. Shout out to Cape Fear Rising, my other band that I play with.
Come on.
One Big Mob, that's the third. One Big Mob, you've seen live, Blaze. Atlanta. Great show down there.
What was it about what made you take that decision? You know what I mean? Because you had to make that decision to go that route that put you in that position to save your life. So what led to that? This is the remedy I need.
Looking back, I don't think it was really apparent to me at the time, but looking back, I don't know how much you know about shadow work, but shadow work is like when you sort of go back in time and like approach different versions of yourself that may have encountered trauma or whatever. And so I was doing a little bit of therapy after this breakup. I went to therapy and I was like, hey, teach me how to get over this shit. She didn't directly suggest it, but what I came to the realization is that grounding was really important, that I had sort of lost who I was. And that's something that happens when you get really deep involved with someone romantically and they leave.
Yeah.
It's like, who am I now? You know what I mean? Like, this person, is not mine anymore. And I knew that I needed to be grounded. So music from the beginning, dude, like I was playing the piano at 7 years old. What my mom told me. She's like, by 7 and 8, melody, playing stuff on the piano. And so from a very young age, live music was my catharsis. That was the only way that I could cope with life, bro. I got to sit down and play a piano. I got to sit down and play a guitar. I want to sing something, play a bass, do something, right? So I started playing all this different stuff. So here I am now at 29, my life, and I'm like, hey, if I go out and play a bunch of live music, not only does that bring me back to my roots, reminds me of what I actually do, right? Because studio musicians, like, I love y'all, but especially hip hop producers, a lot of times with looping and all these DAWs and stuff, they forget what it's like to do something live. Like, you do somebody with a beat pad, that's totally different than sitting there trying to get it perfect over and over and over again and using a loop, or there's tons of, it's like bowling with the bumper on, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
Can you do this live though? Can you show me this in front of you? Can you do this outright? And it bothered me. It not really bothered me, but I was curious, I guess is what I mean.
Yeah.
Have I still got it? Can I just go out and just perform music now? You know what I mean? Can I do this? And it turns out that I could. I was a little rusty at first, and I got back into it, and everything was great. But going out in front of people, when you play live music, there's something about it, bro. Especially like drunk people, because as soon as you get a little tipsy in a bar, you just want to, the truth comes out. What is it? A drunk heart speaks sober thoughts, or something along those lines. There's a saying that says. So, bro, you go in a bar and you get a bunch of drunk ass people that have had a shit week. They're out here living the life with everybody else, trying to make it, trying to get a dollar or whatever. And they come to this bar to have a drink and fucking relax and hear some live music. And you will meet some of the most appreciative, supportive, believable people in these bars that are just tipsy, just enough to tell you, I love you. Thank you for playing that one song that reminded me of my daddy that passed away. Or thank you so much for doing this one. That song you did a few minutes ago reminds me of my 21st birthday, whatever. And you just get so many of these people that come to you and, in a very genuine way. That was the reason number two. And then I think thirdly and lastly was I wanted to check my own ego, because the way that I handled myself in that relationship with the woman that I was in love with was a very egotistical and narcissistic centered approach. I was kind to her because I'm a nice person. I'm a kind person, but ultimately deep inside, still a lot of narcissistic traits. And I acted in ways that I shouldn't have. And that's why she left, and shout out to her for having the standards to leave an asshole if he's being an asshole, So I was like, hey, let's do some ego work. Can I be? Because neither of the, and this is, I guess, the big important detail about this is that when both of these performance bands, the cover bands, the bands that I'm out with every weekend performing for money in bars and stuff, I'm not the front man in either of these. And my whole life, I've been that guy. Landon. I'm a solo artist. I'm me. Look at me. Anybody that's in the room with me, they're behind me. They're not going to be in front of me.
You're touching the soul right now, baby.
So I went and joined two bands where I am a backup vocalist and a keyboard player. I have to play what they want me to play.
Yeah.
And I have to sing stuff that makes sense with what they're doing. Now, both of those bands, ironically enough, in the sense of the universe, right? As soon as I shifted that energy and I went to those situations to be that person, both of those bands immediately recognized my tenure and recognized my talent and my experience. And both of them gave me leading roles in the arrangements, in the band practices when we get together. I was the designated choir director. I was telling people by their request, what am I singing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Could we do this better? What about this spot? Do you hear anything weird about this? Blase squaze. So, I was blessed to be able to be in those positions, but it was only at the moment where I relinquished everything and said, you know what? I don't care about me right now. What can I do to help y'all? What does this band need? Then stuff started to happen. So I've been blessed enough over the course of this, like I said, year and a half now or so, almost 2 years that I've been playing with these two bands to have made, thousands of dollars. I don't know how much money we've made, bro. We play 2-3 shows almost every weekend. So in addition to promoting my own career and doing all this stuff that we do, I'm out on stage live with these people supporting a lead singer. And that is it's a fucking beautiful ego check over and over that I can bring back to my own work, that I can bring back to my own personal studio, my own personal space when I'm creating and say, hey, I learned these lessons out here in the spotlight with lights in our faces and people screaming. Can I come back to the silence?
Yes.
That same person.
Bro, that's one of the most powerful things I've ever heard, because I relate 1,000,000%. My government name is Blaze Hunter, so you already see that name alone is already
scream superstar right there.
Already, and from a young age, a lot of the stuff that I was doing, like even when I was talking about church choir, they had me doing the Kirk Franklin type of roles where I was the lead voice in then doing talent shows, and then when I started getting into being an artist, it was Blaze, all about Blaze. I was able to tour at a young age. I did the Dove tour with Ludacris at a young age. Toured Europe with Mario at a young age. I've done a lot. A lot of different.
That's crazy.
A lot of different stuff that I did, and then it wasn't until I would say I went through some things health wise. I didn't realize, because I have lupus and myositis. So before I was diagnosed and knew what it was, I had all the body effects from it. I'm talking about all the way. I'm like smaller than Snoop Dogg, skinny. It takes 6-7 minutes just to bend down to put on one sock because of the body aches. It was a crazy time frame I was going through. When I started to kind of heal from it, during that process, instead of being in the, oh God, why, what did I deserve? It turned into, let me focus on, other things, and it helped me not be as about me in that time frame. And then I started to heal up a little bit. I became the director of music for Universal Music. So when I was there, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help out young and independent and up and coming artists, because that's what I was about. And when I was at the label, I realized the glass ceiling that labels put down or whatever. So I soaked all the knowledge I could, and then I was about to figure out a way to get out of the contract, but then the lupus got really bad, and I had to uproot and leave and move to Atlanta. So that ended the contract. Thank God. Got to Atlanta maybe 4 months of tests. Them, I'm finally diagnosing me the medications and treatments. During that time of being in that remission and healing, I started the website, started the radio station. I started getting all of those things in order. You feel me? And I was now in a position to where I'm healthy again. I could go out and just be the superstar, but I was just like, I got the knowledge and skills now to do it for other people. Let me chill out. Things weren't working when I was healthy and doing it for myself. Yeah. Let me do this. And man, it's just to see, like, I posted someone on, like, they did a radio campaign with me. I played their song. They recorded themselves finally hearing it on, like, hearing, what's up, blah, 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 Blaze already coming up next. Shamala Parker, y'all check out her new song, da 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 da. Her, the family screaming. Just to see someone get that feeling of something that I freaking created, bro, was like, wow.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with Blaze Hunter, the person. The audience wasn't thinking about Blaze It Up Radio. It was about her. It was about what she was feeling. That I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. And it just felt good to do for other people and not be the me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you do it, that's when you get the recognition for, man, Blaze, you're a legend. What's up, OG? What's up, this? Oh, yeah, Blaze. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
As soon as you take yourself out.
Well, and that's, and that feeling that you're talking about when people are screaming, when they hear their song on the radio for the first time, the screaming, the love, the hugs, all that stuff. The reality is, like what we made the joke earlier before we came on air, that PA is worth their weight in gold. But I would go as far as to say that a facilitator is worth their weight in gold.
Yes.
So for instance, in the same way that you created a platform, a network, people, to be able to help people gain valuable exposure, soaked up knowledge that you can use for your own clients, for your own, development, and so on and so forth. We were in a studio situation. Reminds me of this story. We were in a studio situation, and a whole lot of mismanagement happened, and a bunch of stuff happened, and we got kicked out of the studio. And so for a good little while, I was super privileged. You know what it feels like to go in a really nice professional studio, be able to be in there.
Yes.
Oh my God, the feeling's unbelievable. Anyhow, so we very disappointed to have had to leave. But when I did leave, then I found myself without a way to create. Got on my Instagram still. And then I'm just like, oh, for the love of God, what am I going to do? I got to go pay for studio time like a regular guy now. Like, Jesus, I want my own studio back. I want to be able to pull up at 2 a.m. I get an idea for a hook. I'm going somewhere. Now I got to schedule with somebody, bro. I was sick. I was like, I can't do this. So this very mic that you see before me is like, same mic we had in the studio, a Slate Digital microphone. Absolutely love it.
Shout out to Slate Digital.
Shout out to Slate Digital. I love y'all. And shout out to Reason 12 and Pro Tools and all them boys over there in Sweden doing the damn thing. But I went out and spent a decent amount of money, damn near bankrupted myself, right? I wish I could spin the camera around, but we've got everything in this room now that we had in the studio. And it's to the point where now both of those aforementioned bands can now come in this room. Frank hasn't come yet. But if you go to Cape Fear Rising's YouTube page, we literally have already started. We've got, I think, 5 now. Actual live videos. Like, I'm not talking about we shot music video style. No, I'm saying we performed, and I was able to live stream everything through the interface, recorded everything all at once, and did it like a straight up live performance.
Let's go.
And once again, the facilitator role, right? This is not my music. This is the band's music, but the feeling to be able to sit here and watch everybody just absolutely break out cheesing when we get a good take, and I can play it back for you in full quality over the studio monitors, and you hear what we just did. It's like being in football. You ever play sports back in the day?
Yeah,
damn right. I played basketball back in the day, and they used to watch us make us watch tape. You go hoop.
Yeah.
They're filming you hooping, bro. You think you're not going to watch this again, but you go back to the locker room and you look and like, why didn't I hit that fucking layup? Well, because your drop was too early, bro. Did you see where your feet were at?
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like that. And so it's just like to bring a band in an environment like that, to be the facilitators, to invite people in and be able to have a 6-piece band perform live in my studio.
Come on.
Sweet.
Bro, that's fire. That's fire, bro. Yo, we could talk forever, bro. You feel me? We can talk forever. That right there with the sports analogy, it's the same thing, bro. When I used to do the managing thing. I stopped doing the managing thing because people are idiots. But I was I was doing the managing thing with these artists. You feel me? I'm talking about doing. I had my own studio, so recording them. The only thing they were responsible for was just showing up to appointments. They didn't have to pay. That was a mistake, but I didn't know at the time. I was fortunate and had it, so it was cool.
Yeah.
I gave them the studio time. All y'all had to do was schedule, come in, and we recorded. Did all their performance CDs, promotions, everything. You feel me? And that was one of the things I did when they performed. I don't understand why the crowd wasn't connected. I was like, make some noise, and people didn't. And let's run the tape. That was up there. They all knew me for. Let's run the tape. Go back and look. All right, you see how you're doing a whole bunch of looking down. You're not making eye contact with nobody. You're doing da 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 da. Next time, if you don't want to do the whole wear shades, you got to get comfortable with staring at people. So let's come up with. It was just a bunch of different techniques and things to freaking do.
Move around, show some energy. Don't just sit in one spot. That's my biggest beef with these local rappers. When they come in, not only are you rapping over your whole track like I would hear it on Apple Music. Okay, first of all, make a performance track. That's the issue.
Come on.
Here we go with the arcs again. What did we just talk about? Can you perform this live? I don't give a fuck what you're doing, bro. If you're making pottery, I don't give a damn. Do it in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
exactly.
Content. You have to do shit live in front of people.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck because everyone is at this point, like we said, the internet has ruined everything. Everyone already knows that you can do shit in post-production. A 5-year-old will tell you that video was done in post-production. They're not doing that live.
And hell, damn, just post-production. Now they got these freaking programs where you can make stuff out of the whim, and with everything. I always say. AI? Yeah, this AI is insane. And I say with everything, there's good and there's a bad for it. I just literally, I got my Book Jam shirt on. Shout out to Book Jams. It's a company me and my mother created. But I did an event where we were doing a back to school book bag drive. So I did a bunch of content and I'm like, all right, I need to push it out. We're getting ready. We did like one half of the thing and then it was going to be a part 2. So before the part 2, I was like, I need music to go behind this. I'm like, which one of my kids' songs do I got? I don't. There's this AI platform called Udio. You feel me? You go to Udio, you type in, I want to create this type of kid-friendly song, blah, 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 pop, hip-hop style. Then they give you a custom lyric section. Put a verse, put a chorus. Hit program. They give you 2 different versions. Found one that was cool, bet. Use it. Within seconds, as if virtually somebody got into the studio, they built the track, mixed and mastered the track, got the vocalists, harmonies, punch in, everything. Full freaking song and track done within freaking seconds. And it's like, what in the hell? But so when I first seen that, I'm like, oh, we're doomed. But I found a way I need something right quick. I ain't trying to use somebody's thing where I'm going to get hit with a copyright strike or whatever. And I ain't trying to steal nobody's. Let me just created something. My lyrics, bam, is out there. I'm not selling.
It don't belong to nobody because nobody made it.
Exactly. But it's like, but just knowing that I can do that, it's hard to trust if someone's sending in stuff, yo, this is my new project. How do I know that's you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do it live. Can you do it
don't
live?
know.
Dude, I have a homeboy send me another track and send me a track and an email the other day of a track that me and him had done, and he uploaded into a similar program as a reference track, and he made all my sung parts on the hooks was fucking Taylor Swift. And then his voice was some famous rapper. I think it was Kevin Gates or something. And the 2 of us, we had a song together. And he's like, check your email, man. I turned you into Taylor Swift. I'm like, you hoe ass motherfucker. Why would you do this to me? I sound like trash.
But yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's insane the way the world is. So when you get a chance to perform live, that's what I just did. You were in Orlando, just recently for no. We did a show up and show out in Orlando. You weren't in Orlando.
Oh yeah, no, I was about to say I didn't make the.
Yeah, you did make Orlando. So we was just in Orlando, and I wanted to be there basically, to host and do whatever. But I was just like, I told TCS I'll be the opener. I'll open it, and I'll do all interviews with people. But just that 12 minutes of being on stage, I felt like this is 12 minutes of where AI and all this other stuff and social media don't matter. Now it's back. This is the one area in this music thing that hasn't changed,
And it
that
never
still
will.
feels the same. And it's like, oh, love that. It's up to you to get the people to rock with you. It's up to you to do. Man, it's
That's
bro.
facts, bro. I'm telling you. Can you do it live, bro? Do it live for me.
Facts.
You know, that's my biggest beef with anybody that's creating is that, like, I need to see you do it live. And once again, I'm not gonna say I'm above the law, bro, because like I said, when I went and started playing with these couple of bands and whatnot, and I had to get back on stage and really blow, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you really sing though? I'm talking about sang with an A, sang. That boy can sing, you know what I'm saying? So when I get on stage, I'm trying to figure out, am I still like that? You know what I'm saying? So you have to do it live, bro. To all artists, if y'all are creating something, if y'all are in the process of making something, it deserves that. If your art is worth it, if your art is valuable, it deserves that time. Figure out how to do it live. Film yourself doing it live. Go do it live at an open mic or whatever you feel like, whatever your comfortable version of that is, right? But just do it live, bro. If all you ever put out is the studio magic.
Exactly. All right, before we continue, we got one more set of bills to pay. Y'all know what time it is, man. Well, you already know who it is. It's Landon McClellan in the building. Welcome to the Dope Bar. We'll be right back.
Shopping destination for you. Step into the store, it's a fashion parade. Finding that perfect date like we've got made. Mirrors shine back, it's all about the vibe. From the runway to the street, we're living on drive. Mic check, yeah, 212. The ultimate shopping destination for you.
Yo. Welcome back. Y'all know what it is, man. We back at the Dope Bar. We got Landon McClellan in the building. I don't know what it is. I feel like a WWE wrestler announcer. And coming to the ring, Landon McClellan!
And his name is John Cena.
Yo, but I tell you, I don't remember the last phone skit that had me feeling like my spleen was going to fall out from laughing. That lady was hot. My favorite thing was, hello, ma'am. She's like, if you call me again, I'm going to cuss. Man, hello? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm from the Army Initiative. We have veterans that really put in work that, I'm so sorry. These wrestling people have been calling me all day. All right, yes, I'm sure. What's going on? Yeah, we have a veteran that really, really needs your support. And his name is Johnson! Bro, dying, bro.
You understand how many gray hairs they be putting on old ladies, bro?
Yo.
Old ladies be going back to their hairdressers like, damn, man, what happened to you? It's these goddamn spam callers.
It's the fact she kept picking up that was killing me. I was like, stop picking up then.
If you know his name is John Cena.
Oh, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I
ain't never prank called nobody, bro. I hate phone calls. Royce 59 posted on his Instagram yesterday. Shout out to Royce. That's one of my favorite rappers ever, bro. I'm about to get this tattoo, not of just Royce, but I want to get a Mount Rushmore of my favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm. I got the tour, my very first official big tour. Remember when I said I did the dub tour with Ludacris? Yeah. Royce was on that ticket.
He was?
He was on that ticket. So that's cool.
That's lit. I saw him. I got a chance to see him live for the first time ever. The only time I've ever seen him live. In Atlanta for A3C back in, Jesus Christ, 2017 maybe?
Sheesh.
2017. It was pre-COVID. Shout out to pre-COVID, bro. You remember?
Shout out to pre-COVID, bro. Like
motherfuckers was outside,
bro. Atlanta is pre-COVID. Atlanta was the haven of music. I used to love to visit Atlanta just to hit certain spots, and like when you did talent shows and open mics, people supported each other, and it was another vibe. After COVID, like post-COVID, Atlanta is it might as well be Miami. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's.
You remember? You ever go to what's it called over there? Smith's Old Bar over by.
Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, me, Scotty ATL, Breeze Davis, and Tony Bone did a show there one time a couple years back, bro. And it was called a a very chilly Christmas, or Tony Bones, a very snowy Christmas, or something like that.
Yeah.
Show, and it was the dopest, bro. I'll never forget Smith's Old Bar. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, bro. For real, bro. A lot of
my boy
things.
Nadalak, the pimp in the nation.
Yo. I did a few shows in Carolina with Nadalak, bro. That's crazy. I met him through.
I have to send you the video, bro. I've got a video on my Instagram of him.
Yeah.
Him like saying something about he's dirty, he's white, but he's dirty white. He's beige or something. He was saying some old shit and had me rolling, dude. He's the funniest guy. I love Nadalak, man.
Yeah, I met him through what's the guy out there? Just in Case rapping grandpa.
No, you know Just in Case.
Yeah. Hey, look, I created RPG's logo. I'm the creator of the logo. You feel me?
Crazy, you know Justin. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, that's nuts, bro.
Yeah. Justin got a crazy story. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was finally starting to pop on the scene, I know that he was like he needed the logo, needed the branding, and he was going through some stuff. And I'm not going to disclose all his info. Y'all check him out.
Yeah, no, bro. His story is nuts. You think bro?
Come on.
Let Justin tell you a story about his life.
Facts. I'm just happy that I was able to be a vessel used to help in his, him getting his stuff together. You feel me? Like when I see the logo on his hats, he's freaking on Showtime. His logo on, the boxer shorts. I see. I'm like, damn, I got to be able to help create this. You know what I'm saying? My hands took the time to do this. You feel me? It was like, and seeing some. And exactly, and seeing someone take it and run with it. The rest of the world don't need to know. Oh, Blaze did that. I know I did it. You feel me? And it just, I love it. I love it, bro. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, he definitely he's come and done some shows in Wilmington here where I'm at. We did a show together at Thalian Hall, as a matter of fact.
Yep, I was supposed to be out there for that one. I can't remember. I was double booked.
It was a pretty good show. They have a good, really good sound, good sound system in there, bro. Like when you turn the speakers on in Thalian Hall, they bump.
Yeah,
we had to hold downtown. Sounding like my single that we had. We had me and Young Will had a single together called "Big Big Bag." I just want a big big bag.
Hey,
big bag, big house, big car, bad bitches in a nice big yard. Yeah, that's just
fire.
It's some dope, man. It was a really good time. That's crazy that you say that. Speaking of music too, because I remember you asked me earlier about music, and we ended up going down a complete path.
That's what happened at the Dope Bar.
Still musically related, but I just want to throw some titles out as my point, just for the sake of the interview. I am here to officially promote a single. I'm calling TC my manager. I don't know if she wants it. Maybe she's begrudgingly accepted it at this point. Anytime anybody hits me on the gram, bro, with an offer or let me do this, can you
holla at TC.
Go talk to TC. You know better than me. I'm here to do a certain number of things, and the whole point of having a team is to be able to divvy that up. So shout out to TC for being on top of every fucking thing all the time. Somehow.
All the time.
And so we love you, but I am here to promote a single. I'm blessed to share with the world. There's a couple of videos on my Instagram that talk more about it. A couple of months ago, it's actually been probably like 3 months ish. But I actually inked a deal for the first time in my life with a record company.
Let's go.
I'm extremely proud of. I've worked very, very hard my whole life to try to put my name out there to the point where, but like we talked again, blessings can't find you if you're not ready for them, if you're not open to it. So it didn't happen until it was ready. And, so it came around just in time. So here I am, signed a deal, distribution deal with Symphonic, Icewind with Sharks in association with Symphonic Records. Shout out to Dre and Pop and them. And I have this track, and now it's the time where I get to brag about my homies for a minute if I can. I love having talented homies, bro. I don't know about you, but all my homies talented as hell. All my homies do something.
Yes.
I don't have no homies that don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that's around me is a go-getter at this point, and I absolutely love it.
Let's go.
So my homeboy Jay Styles, right? And I'm proud to call him my friend. I was under management of a guy named Sean Bonner out of Charlotte, upstanding gentleman. He managed me for a little while, and then we parted ways. And but during that period of time, he was able to introduce me to some very, very influential people, and one of these being Jay Styles. He's in Charlotte, North Carolina. He is, he'll correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, but I believe he's still with them, the youngest member of Blackstreet, the group. So no Diddy, Blackstreet. He sings with them, tours with them. He's actually going on a tour here in October, if I remember correctly. He called me the other day. First time in the studio that I've ever gotten in the studio with somebody and felt viscerally intimidated by their singing prowess. The only time that I've ever felt that. And maybe that's, once again, maybe that's the narcissism talking. I could have been in rooms with people who were much better than me and maybe not recognized it at the time or given them their credit. But I've always felt that I was the best singer in any given room. Any given room I'm in, you might be nice, but listen to this, and I'll run something off, and I'll prove it to you, you know. And that was just sort of the confidence that I carried around, and still do to a great extent. I mean, it is what it is. You need to feel that way, you know what I'm saying? But I got in the room with this dude, bro. I'd be like in there, just laying some shit down, laying it on thick, and I'd come out and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's kind of cool, but what if you did this?" All this shit. And I'm like, son, bro, because I love to sing, dog, and I'll take the instruction. You know, I wasn't above the criticism by any means, but first time in the studio ever that I've felt intimidated, very intimidated by a singer. And I say that with all love. And Jade knows it. I've made jokes about it. Like, why don't you get in here and do the record, guys?
Exactly.
You get in here and record this shit. Let me manage. Anyhow, whatever. So we talk shit about it. It's great, but he phenomenal singer. But yeah, so the record that I'm pushing right now, it's called Love You Tomorrow. LUV, the letter U, number 2 MORO. So I just spelled it goofy just so it stands out. Love You Tomorrow, and it is produced by Jay Styles. Jay created the track. Jay played all the instruments on the track. Jay's just like me in that sense. He plays a bunch of different instruments, and he'll make something from top to bottom. He don't have to reach out to nobody. He just does it. And so he sends me this track, and it's just this, man, it's like To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick had sex with Silk Sonic, had sex with like Michael Bublé. Bro, I don't know. The track itself is like very big band. Like you got horns in the background and stuff. A real strong piano line, which he actually sent me the notation for. So now I actually have the chance to sit down and literally learn what this man created on tablature, which is fucking beautiful. Got my keys in the background. I can set it up, and I'm actually about to learn how to play this thing. Because it's complicated. I wasn't able to figure it all out by ear. That's the type of dude Jay is, man. He just gets in there and there's stuff going on in this song that I'm not sure what it even is. So I'm told him, send me the tablature. But it's a beautiful song. It talks about loving intentionally. The chorus says, I'm gonna kiss you out in public like I kiss you in the hallway. I gave you my whole heart. We could never part ways. So I say, I'm gonna love you tomorrow. And I repeat that, I'm gonna love you tomorrow, and it's a song about loving intentionally, right? Because part of that ego checking that we were talking about earlier, and part of that, healing process is to realize that love is popularly, I guess, misconceptualized as a feeling.
Facts.
A sentience, if you will, or whatever. You have to love people with intent. Love is a discipline, just like going to the gym or eating healthy, or what I mean? Like, you recover from a serious illness. You have to do certain things in a certain order to achieve that result. And you have to take your, doctors will tell you that. You got to be disciplined in taking your medicine. If you don't take these meds every day, they're not going to work.
Facts.
Discipline is at the heart of a lot of things. And, they adore this idea, or at least I used to. And I feel like there's a lot of people that share this, but love as like this romantic, this fluffy little whatever, we feel great, and I've been there 3 or 4 times in my life, just absolutely blissfully head over heels in love with a woman. And you just live for those moments, you know what I mean? But in all reality, you're gonna get mad as hell at her or him or whoever it is at some point. And it's a beautiful feeling to know that, regardless of what mistakes I make, or regardless of what type of bullshit, as long as we stay open and communicate, I'm gonna love you tomorrow.
I'm gonna love you tomorrow.
It don't matter whether you fall asleep mad at me. I'm gonna love you tomorrow. It don't matter. It's fine. I'm gonna love you tomorrow anyways. There's nothing you can do to stop me from loving you tomorrow. So the song goes through and talks about, how, somebody else's son couldn't love you like I love you. I know you're the one, because when I call you, you're going to come through. It talks about loyalty and consistency. And so it's the first song that I've ever written that is a direct sort of a, I'm trying to think of the word that I'm thinking about, but it's not toxic. Its goal is not to be toxic. Its goal is to point people towards something that's positive.
Exactly.
And I have to say, even my most recent release, which is called Woman Like You, and it's out on all platforms as we speak. Love You Tomorrow doesn't drop until the 31st. So we got about 6 days till that comes out with Symphonic. But Woman Like You is on my YouTube right now. And even that song has some toxic lines talking about, there you go, weapon in hand, she my sly, sweetie pie trigger man, implying that, hey, she's still shooting at me. She's still out here, making messes. Here's a new song. I'm going to kiss you out in public like I kiss you in the hallway. I gave you my whole heart. We can never part ways.
Come on. Love it.
So it's very intentional. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Man, I can't wait for it. You already know I can't wait for it. And more than just, I already know, off rip, I already know personally anything that's created by you and you're a part of that I've heard has already been bangers and vibes. So I already know I'm looking forward to that. But just everything you just explained, I personally feel the world needs a whole lot more of that, and of that sounding like it's coming from somebody that's going to bring bangers. So,
well, I'm probably gonna get laughed at, and I expect it. The only reason I say that, not in a bad way, but because this is a development for me. The reason that I wrote this song is because I have showed a whole lot of fake love in the past.
Yeah,
I've definitely been the fuck boy. Definitely been the guy that says whatever he's got to say to get some draws. Definitely been the guy who, of course I love you. Of course I'll watch your daughter after school. Bro, it's for the draws. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for you. Like, broken hearts, emotional damage, lots of, a trail of emotional destruction is in my wake. So, as you evolve and you get older, the changes that you find within yourself are going to represent themselves in music. And this song is something that I hope I get laughed at, because that's going to remind me to stay the path. That's going to remind me to, bro, you done been such a fuckboy your whole life. Why are you out here writing songs about being loyal to people? You cheated on your last girl.
Yeah, but bro, that take maturity, bro.
This is facts, bro. I am who I am, and we're here to be who we are, and you have to grow. You have to grow.
I love that, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is, man. This is your boy Blaze 191. I had the privilege, you feel me, to have Landon McClellan. You know what I'm saying? The name is just fire. You know what I'm saying? Blaze Hunter, Landon McClellan.
McClellan, bro. McClellan. MC capital C. Lellan. It was a motherfucker. Man. Hey, when I was 7 years old trying to sign my name on all my school papers, you got to write your name. I'm writing this shit 50 times. What the fuck? I might as well take a test. I'd rather take a test and write my names 8 times. It'd be the same amount of letters.
Oh, yeah,
16 consonants in this fucking. Why you need 3 L's, bro? Why do you need 3 whole L's when 2 would be just fine? It's a whole extra C and an extra L that don't do a fucking thing in his name.
If I was a teacher, that'd definitely be your punishment. Man, you have to write, Landon McClellan will not be disruptive in class. Write that 100 times.
Hey, and I would have had to do it too, bro. I was hell in school, even all the way up to high school, man, because I went to this super conservative boarding academy.
Yeah,
up in Fletcher, North Carolina. This is like sweater vests every Wednesday. I'm talking about going to church 3 times a week. I'm talking about all vegetarian cuisine in the cafeteria. Not a bit of meat to be seen. I'm talking about near about Amish, as it without the horses and buggies. And bro, yes. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my Lord, dude. I used to be in the principal's office every 24 minutes. I swear to God. I remember one time I took a Sharpie and drew, because you see I got sleeves on and stuff, but I'm covered. Everything I got to be covered by long sleeves, but I'm my head to my toes. I got tattoos everywhere. And at the time I had none, obviously at 17. And so I sat there with a Sharpie, with a magic marker, Sharpie, and multiple colors, and drew myself a gorgeous whole sleeve, bro, elbow to fucking, it's simple art, little clip art that you can draw with your hand. But then it faded after like 2 days. It like faded just enough that it started to look real. And I had friends of mine come rushing across the gym. Landon, you got a whole. Oh, it's marker. Like that from a distance, it looked real as hell, bro.
That's fire.
And so they sent me, bro, first time I popped out, because I wore long sleeves for a couple days, like around, any type of faculty. The first chance I had to play an intramural basketball game, and I couldn't wear a fucking hoodie.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, I got flagged so fast. They dragged me down there so fast. And this is the funniest part, bro. I'll leave you alone. But this is the funniest, bro. And the principal was a wrinkly ass old white man who was a dickhead. He didn't like me, and I didn't like him. And it was very apparent that we were going to have a long, shitty year from very early on in the semester. Me and him already came to that unspoken realization, like, we're going to hate each other's guts. Yeah. Keep this up. And so he said, go in there. He used to send me to the assistant's principal. He figured she'd get through to me better than he could, maybe, or in a less abrasive way.
Yeah.
Blaze. 42 double Ds, long red hair, trim and thin, just juicy in all the right places, bro. Pants skirt with the high heels, biting the pencil, fucking tank top, or what you call it, button down 2 buttons.
Yep.
Sweet Southern Belle from fucking Alabama. I'd come and sit down. She'd say, Landon, what have you done today? Darling, you always in here. I'll be like, I just want to come see you, Miss Carr. I used to put my feet on this lady's desk. I was a student, and I had my feet on her desk.
I was coming to see you.
I just want to see you, Miss Carr. Anything I can do, man, to get in here and see you, bro. I'm a fuck up. They tell me what I ain't supposed to do. I'm going straight to do it because I want to come see you. She was so fine. Miss Carr, I love you. I still think about you to this day, bro. Miss Carr is a bad motherfucker.
She need a mixtape. Landon McClellan, ladies and gentlemen.
Lord, I'm going to make a whole song. Miss Carr, where you go? Well, you remember that song by Lil Wayne, Miss Parker?
Yep.
Make a Miss Carr version of that.
Exactly.
Goodness gracious, man.
All right, man. Let them know when the brand new track is dropping and where they can find you, my guy.
August 31st, baby. August 31. So it's the 25th today. That's 6 days away from today, which is Sunday. So I want you guys to please go get the pre-order if you can. Whatever you got to do, go check it out. So one secret about this song, I'm hyping up the release. This song is actually out already. So Symphonic found it. I had just dropped it, and they were like, "Bro, why did you drop this? You should have told us about this song. We're gonna re-release it, and you just take it down." Yeah. So we kept the IRSC codes, and we chopped everything up perfect. So I keep all my streaming numbers. Anybody that has happened upon the song, like my core fans have already heard it. I'm sure it's got like close to 1,000 plays at this point. But all right, for a ton of body, the big drop is August 31st, and that's when it's going to switch over to Symphonic production promotion. Yeah. That's when the playlisting from them starts. That's when Sony's reach starts to get involved, dropping sync licensing, all the stuff that happens with that. So
I know for a fact we're gonna have a bunch of people that's watching. So for everybody that's watching, let's take a look at the screen really quick. All right, so on the 31st. The 31st is dropping. You know what I'm saying? So
it's out.
Music video.
Yeah, it's going to be followed by a music video. I've already got the shot list together. Everything's rolling for the video. Really nice. It's going to be a very stark. Visually, it's going to be very stark. It's going to be black and white, some splashes of red, some splashes of certain colors, but it's going to be a very solemn sort of a, you know what I mean? Because the song is super upbeat and super bouncy. So I wanted almost like a what's his name, Hoosier.
Yeah,
darker. You ever see some of those grainier, darker looking? Oh, it's going to be the aesthetic.
Can't wait. Yo, man, I appreciate you so much, bro. You feel me?
Thanks for having me, Blaze, man. It's been an honor.
Man, you already know. We connected for life now. You feel me? So, y'all best believe there will be in the future, Blaze Hunter, Landon McClellan collaboration. Bet that. You feel me? We're going to make it happen. All right, man. Y'all know what time it is. We out this piece.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.